Hello, folks. Justin of the Ottawa Expositor. This is the 15th? Nope, 16th of October. I did get it right. All right, well, I was wrong, but I corrected myself, as I try to do all the time, unlike a lot of people on YouTube. Anyways, I wanted to bring up, under the Was Truth Over Unity only about Jeff C. Butthurt, I did get what I believe was an important message from Bamboozle Plague. And he posted this a couple hours ago. And he said, Justin, as someone who grew up with a parent who suffered from narcissism, I know how that feels, and later involved in a relationship with another who suffers with it, yeah, I know how that feels too. I just want to share my thoughts with you. I have great respect for the way you have handled the whole situation, as you have, Chrissy, presented it as a disorder and did not just resort to name-calling. However, in my experience, anyone who has this disorder feeds off of any kind of energy you may give them, positive or negative. In other words, anytime you focus any of your energy on them whatsoever, you are still caught in their web and they are able to use you. The only way to truly free yourself is to stop focusing on them at all. Just wanted to share this with you. Let me know what you think. I am keeping you in my thoughts because I know how difficult this situation can be from personal experience. I also want to thank you because I did not realize how I had been pulled in again until you brought it up. Thank you very much, Bamboozle Plague, for that message. I thought it was very important, not just because you were giving credit to us, but that you also brought up a very important point. So let's address that right now. Yeah, you're right. Anytime that you keep addressing a narcissist, what you're doing is feeding their narcissistic supply. So, of course, if this was about me trying to defeat a narcissist, the only way that you are to defeat them is to stop paying attention to them. And thank you very much. And a lot of people don't understand that, especially codependents. Because they're programmed to think that they need to do something to get the narcissist to respond. And I really appreciate that, because if I didn't know that, I would be just going into that spider's web, exactly what you were talking about. So it's a very important thing to bring up, because I do believe that there are a lot of codependents in this movement. And therefore, engaging with them directly, it does not work. I want to let you know the reason why that I keep doing this. It was exactly what you said at the end of your message. I also want to thank you because I did not realize how I had been pulled in again until you brought it up. You've just made it worthwhile for me. Just like, and you're not the only one. Trust me. I've had many people. Most people don't do it publicly. Which is, I believe that's something that is their choice. And I kind of commend them for that in a way, because, yeah, it's only going to attract attention on them from more narcissists, considering how narcissists prey on codependents. But if I can get people to wake up to this, which many people have, and more people are, this is going to make a difference in their lives. And hopefully they'll realize what could be going on outside of YouTube in their lives. Because once I woke up to this, which I only learned about this, like last month, right? The narcissist outside of Jeff, in my actual life, my real life, when I'm speaking, like a lot of my friends, I find out they're narcissists. A lot of my coworkers, I find out that they're narcissist. And what this is now doing, though I'm going through a very hard time, and yeah, through a lot of people that are looking, it is kind of driving me crazy. But it is a necessary road to take in order to heal. So what I'm doing now, because I learned the difference, I'm able to create boundaries in my real life. And when I decide to disengage, after I believe that this is not worthwhile, then what's going to happen is I come out of this a much stronger, self-aware person. And this is really what I want for other people. This is Though, of course, like I was saying in my last video on the one that you quoted on, yeah, a part of it was. It was like a me against Jeff kind of thing. But it's not all about it. It's not all about that. I saw a grave danger, and also I will, I don't know if you understand, or if you've made the connection, sorry, would be a better way to say it, with cults. Behind every cult, there seems to be a narcissist and the CODAP enabler, be it passive or an active, like myself, an active CODAP. So whenever these two meet together, especially when it comes like even a family, when like a mother and father, like for example, my mother was the narcissist, my father is the codependent. When they come together, they create a little mini cult. They absolutely do. Right now I'm watching a show called Big Love, and it's talking about fundamentalist Mormons, and I had no clue. I've watched the entire series before my whole life. I love this show, but now that I'm going back through it again, the guy, the main character, Bill Hendrickson, is a narcissist, and I had no clue. And I was cheering for him the whole way because, of course, we're attracted to them, right? Attracted to narcissists. And one of the other lead characters is a codependent, Barb Hendrickson. And what she does when they started this cult, or whatever you want to call it, this hurts people. It hurts the people below them, right? And this is what I see here. I see a cult forming. And if you look back, Mormonism, Muhammad, all the, like Islam, all this stuff, I mean, it starts with these delusions of grandeur that get out of control. And whenever they're criticized, usually, if you look into like the key factors of what a cult is, or what makes a cult, usually it's the biggest one is the inability to criticize your higher ups, which is exactly what we're seeing here today. When you try and criticize these people, they lash out at you, and they will take any action possible in order to eliminate this criticism. So I do understand you made an extremely good point, and of course, if I ever want to get better, I will have to make the decision to disengage. But as I see here, I helped create a cult. Or not create it, but I helped perpetrate it. I perpetrated a cult in doing this, and I believe, not that it's my responsibility, but if there's something that I can do to help people wake up, that's what we need to do. We need to expose this evil for what it is. I'm not calling the narcissist evil. Though I feel sometimes that myself, in doing this, I am evil, I'm not going to go and call myself evil for it. I believe that this is something that neither side understands. Is there anything else that you said? Because I think... Yeah. Well, what I do hope is that... And now, listen, I'm not saying that the media is true. I'm not saying that a lot of these events aren't psyops. But what I'm saying is that these people aren't experts, and they're not leaders either. In fact, narcissists are extremely controllable. And what we were able to do was throw him into injury and rage, essentially whenever we wanted, because we understood the playbook after researching this mentality, right? So imagine what the powers at B are doing to him. And once you start understanding the bigger picture of this, you realize that the only thing that is worthwhile is to cut off that narcissistic supply. So if I can get more people to understand this, more people to criticize this, more people to realize what's going on, after I'm gone, they will be able to carry on that work. They will be able to show other people what this evil really is. So I'm just trying to pass it on, just like I passed on the cult mentality to many people as well. Thank you very much for that message, because you just proved to me that it was worth it, that you came to the realization that Jeff C. is creating a cult with what he's doing. And because he lacks vision and he is unable to see what he's doing, he will be controlled by people who know exactly how to control him. So I hope that answers your question. And please, if anybody would like to comment down below, and I'd like to address as many of these things as possible. And I know that there were a lot of other great comments out there. I'm going to try to address them as I can. But until next time, until that time comes, this has been the Audible Expositor. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great night, and beware of wolves in sheep's clothing.